Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome, Mom Bosses all over the world. It's another amazing Thursday, and you know that means it's time for another great discussion with the Mom Bosses. We're so excited that you are joining us today. This show is Mom Bosses bringing you real life, real experiences to empower you as a mom boss. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jerisha, and I am joined with my amazing co-host, Yetta, and we're extremely excited.
Yes, we are, because I think we all need motivation, right? But we also have to really think of what really motivates us as mom bosses, as entrepreneurs, right? For me, I can truly say that my kids are a great force when it comes to everything that I do. And I'm going to be completely honest. If I didn't have any kids, I don't think I would be as aggressive as I am now. I think I would really be lax and kind of taking my time because I don't have to worry about other people and their future to really think about. So my greatest motivation is my kids. They are a driving force, and they help me, come to these epiphanies often. They help me come to these realizations when it comes to life in general. And, and I'm going to just a quick little story. When, I got pregnant with my daughter, I was going through school, going through college with her. I was pregnant, wobbling all around the hallways, going to classes. And, even though a lot of times I was just over it, I would look at my stomach and was like, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. I have to be better. I have to do what I need to do. And when I had her, she was able to come to my graduation. I think she was about 1.5. And it was just seeing her face. It's like any movement that I make in my life is going to be tailored around you, because I see, these people, these faces. It's like, I want you to be greater than what I am. And you want them to be successful, and you want them to, follow their dreams and their paths. So, and then having my son, that was definitely even more of a fight to okay, I have to get everything together because I want them to, at the end of the day, inherit the generational wealth that I'm trying to build. I want them to be able to conquer all things like I did. So they are truly a driving force of motivation for me.
That's good. I love that because, similar to what she said, I have, my story is kind of similar as well in this journey of just continuing to be motivated. A lot of times that when we think about just motivation and, what drives us, for some, it could be money, passion, kids, and I feel like for me, it's all of that wrapped in one. And I say that because similar to how you just shared, what we're doing, getting up every single morning and, really, just getting our grind in and working hard and doing the things we need to do. For most of us, of course, on the show, we are moms, so we're doing it for our children. We're doing it so that we can, build that legacy. So that we can, not just for our children, but children, their children and so on and so forth. And so for me too, it's it's just like what you said. It's, my motivation, what drives me is passion. It's my kids. It's being able to, know that they can see what hard work, means, what is the result of working so hard and all of that. And so I really love the fact that we're talking about this because I feel like, as we talk about what motivates us, what drives us, as moms, entrepreneurs, if you will, we have those moments too where we, have a struggle with motivation,
Yeah.
to be completely honest. We have those moments when, just thinking about whether it's, we have our children that we're getting up every single morning for. We have our passion that we're continuing to, work on our purpose and the things that we love doing. At the same time, we do sometimes struggle and have those challenges of, staying motivated.
Mhm.
And so I think if we're going to talk about what motivates us, I think we also should talk about, those things and that help us really to stay motivated as well. I love the fact that you mentioned how, just your kids being able to see the accomplishments, the milestones
Yeah.
that you have reached. And I think that is so very important. Similar to how you shared, I can think back to when I got my degree, my undergrad and then my graduate degree, and how it was very important for my kids to be able to see it. So it wasn't about I was excited to march across the stage. It was all
Yeah.
about my children being able to experience and see that, even though years later, I was able to, work hard, was very determined
Yeah.
and with my undergrad and then go on to get my graduate degree, even at that time as a single mom. And so that was very important. And so that continued to drive me, continued to motivate me. And so fast forward to now, it's it's kind of along the same lines as knowing that, my purpose and what I'm passionate about, that drives me. And I know that with me getting up every single day and working and living and unleashing my greatness and living in my
Mm.
purpose, it trickles down to, again, my kids being able to see the hard work, the grind, the hustle
Yeah.
that goes in, with having to work so hard and to meet those accomplishments. So, like,
Yeah.
what is it that you feel like helps you in those times and those moments when you're like, you know what, today I need some motivation. Like, what is your go-to? What do you generally do when you feel like
Um,
unmotivated?
okay. Yeah. So, I didn't have like a set pattern of, motivation. It's like a certain state of mind. I posted like literally every day. So every day that they post, I would put it on my stories. And of course, it lasts for 24 hours. And it's just a reminder for myself. It's like all the quotes that I see from this page is very uplifting. It's to the point where people who follow me or just follow, they will start following me because they like, you post a lot of inspirational things and it's getting me through my day. And I was really surprised that I started getting those comments. And I'm like, something, if I'm touching someone, it's doing wonders. So something that I do is affirmations, and I heavily rely on quotes and affirmations to really push me and for me to kind of, reassure myself that I'm going in the right direction. And especially if it's a message that just comes out of nowhere that I kind of see that's really motivating, I'm like, okay, I needed that. There's a reason why it just kind of popped up for me, So I'm looking for like the messages and the quotes and the affirmations to really push me and to build my tenacity because I know I'm like, even though I stated before, my kids are real is a driving force. They're a huge force. I'm also learning to be my own force to motivate myself, uh, all aspects of my life. When it comes to me emotionally, when it comes to me mentally, and all the things. So I'm looking for those things, and I feel better every day. Those quotes definitely help push me,
Yeah.
especially because I know they drop in the morning. They post them in the morning, and I'm able to kind of grab it and share it with my following, and people are they're drawn to it because a lot of people, just those little messages, just those little quotes can do so much for people. It can get people
Mm.
out of a funk. It can really wake them up and kind of like, okay, today is not going to be as bad as I think or thought it was going to be. So that's definitely how I find a way to keep myself motivated.
That's good. I love that because I use the same thing. So I do the same thing as
Hmm.
well. I think the affirmations are so powerful
Yeah.
and I use those every single day, listen to affirmations. I don't know if I've shared on this show before, but I actually recorded myself reading affirmations. And so I listen to that as well throughout the day if I just, need that extra push. But I listen to that as well. And then, we both love quotes. And
Yeah.
so I love that too because I think it's just so powerful. One of the things I do as well, and I believe you mentioned this too, is just being able to listen to, like a motivational talk or something like that. So
Yeah.
I love Eric Thomas, and I think his talks are just right on point and like really sometimes gives me that push that I really need, just that encouragement that I need. But I think that it's so important because when we think about motivation and how some of us may, lack that motivation, for me, it's all about looking back at my goals too. So, when we're looking at
Hmm.
being motivated and making sure, we're achieving our goals and all of that. And I think at times we have a tendency, and maybe this could be a lack of why some of us have a lack of motivation if we're looking at our goals and maybe we haven't broken down those goals into smaller goals and maybe we're thinking, oh, there's no way I can accomplish this, or there's too much on my
Yeah.
to-do list today and all of that. So there's so many things I think that can get in the way of us being motivated. But I think that, at least what helps me is being able to look at it and say, okay, what's on my agenda for today? How can I break it
Yeah.
down? Why am I feeling unmotivated? Do I need to take that mental health day? Is there something else going on in my life where I'm feeling unmotivated? Is it because there's a task or project that I have that's huge that I'm feeling like, oh, I don't really feel like it? So I just think
Yeah.
I know that we can have those challenging times, but I think that everything that we've mentioned today has really been, at least I know it's helpful for us, and hopefully it's helpful for you all as well. So if we would love to hear from you all, in the Mom Boss
Yeah.
group, or, you can reach out to one of us on one of the social media platforms. What do you do? If you're feeling unmotivated, what is it that you're doing to stay motivated as a, mompreneur, mom boss? Because I mean, like this time of the year, we're looking at going into, the kids starting school and all of that. And
Yeah.
so I feel like in the summertime, maybe we have a little bit more to kind of flexibility to be able to work on stuff and all of that with the kids being out. But I feel like when the kids start back up to school, they have stuff to do, we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
So it should
Yeah.
begin to get a lot, a bit much for us too. So I think there's always
Hmm.
some things that kind of play into that motivation piece. But I think the important thing is to know, or for you to realize is, do you have something in place? So if you're feeling unmotivated, what is it like? What is your go-to? I would recommend, anyone, everyone that's listening right now, that if you don't have something like written out or just like your go-to, I normally utilize this and I've utilized it for years. If I had like, I call it like a celebration folder. And so it's like something that I pull out if I'm feeling unmotivated, if I need to just get that boost, be it a video or be it, just any kind of information that I feel like is going to help me get motivated and back on track. That has
Yeah.
helped me. Hopefully, something like that will help you all. But anything else that you think that may be helpful for those mom bosses out there listening?
Yeah. Treats. Okay. If you once you get motivated and you like you think eat to go, okay, put something to the side, like a basket of your snacks or treats, and you're gonna say that I have willpower. But once you hit a go, get yourself a snack, go get yourself a treat because you
Right.
deserve it. Okay, so you have some
Hmm.
that's a great motivator. Well, it's like, oh, I really want them earrings, but I'm not gonna get them earrings until I get 10 things on my list completed. So you have to give yourself incentives. You give your kids incentives. Give yourself, oh, you want them shoes? Okay, you can't get them shoes until you hit X, Y, and Z. So that's a good motivator as well. And everything is not always self motivating, and that's okay. something, some people, it takes for people to help, build that motivation. But as long
Yeah.
as you're motivated, so yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's good. I love that too. I feel like we,
Hmm.
today we've been really sharing a lot of good nuggets for all of the mom
Yeah.
bosses out there. Rewarding yourself. Oh, that is that.
Hmm.
I think that in itself is very powerful because
Yep.
I just think that we need to be able to celebrate ourselves and give ourselves rewards for accomplishments and those milestones that we've talked about. So that's really, really good. And it's like you said, if we're rewarding ourselves, then guess what? That's something that's going to help us stay motivated. For the
Yep.
next time, it's like, ooh, if I do this, then, this is what I'm going to reward myself with. And so maybe that next time that you're not feeling motivated, you'll think about, okay, I'm going to get this done so then I can, reward myself with this. I know I've utilized the system, in my own life. So, and it works.
Yeah.
So I would highly encourage all the ladies that's listening today to implement this in their own lives as well. So anything else that we may want to share? I love this whole motivation topic because as I shared, I think we all struggle sometimes with just, staying motivated
Yeah.
and everyone does something different. So we're not certainly everything that we're mentioning, it's not like a one size fits all. Like what works for us
Exactly.
may work for you. We have to, I mean, you have to be willing to try things out.
In
That's
order to
how you
find
learn
it.
what's
Yeah.
going to work. That's right. That's right. That's how you're going to learn
Yeah.
what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So this is good. This is good. This is really, really good. But
Yeah.
anything else that you may want to share with with the mom bosses out there?
Yeah. Just, through all obstacles, just keep pushing through. It's okay to take your break. And don't think of the failure when you're in the motivation process. Because I think a lot of people get scared with with all the obstacles in the way, and not really realizing that the end result is much closer than they think. It's just a matter of going through the process and staying motivated to get there. It's okay to take your breaks, um, in order to get to that stage, but definitely don't give in or give up. That's the major thing. It's okay to, step back for mental health reasons. It's okay to step back for emotional issues and things of that nature. Believe me, I've experienced it. I know it. And I'm kind of going through that currently, but something that is okay because I'm still pushing through it. I still have I have a long list of things to do and I'm checking them off. And I really utilize, my resources and taking notes and writing down everything and the gratification I get with checking them off is way greater you know, than anything right now. That's actually helping me through my mental health is me seeing those
Hmm.
checks. It's like, oh, I completed it. I completed it.
Isn't that
It feels really great. Yes. Yes, it
isn't it
is. Like
amazing
completing
how
a
much a checklist, yes, how much just checking things off can just make your day. It's so funny, and
yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if everyone out there is like this, but I feel like you and I are so alike in so many
Mhm.
different ways, and so I feel the same way too when it comes down to being able to check something off your list. It is the best feeling ever, just being
Yeah.
able to say, "You know what? That's done." And yeah, so I totally get it. I absolutely agree.
Mhm.
I am a checklist person as well. Love utilizing that and resources. I think we've talked about resources
Mhm.
on this show before. And
Yeah.
I love resources and just being able to share resources and all of that as well. Um, and we've shared some pretty amazing resources on this show, and we're going to continue to share those
Yeah.
as well as we get resources that we think they're going to be helpful for you all. We will definitely share those resources with you all as well. I'm again, I just get super excited because I think this topic is so very important with
Mhm.
all the things that you have going on in your life, all the things that I have going on in my life, and I mean, and that's everyone. We all have so many things on our list And then also too, and let's talk about this too before we at least close out for today, because I think when we talk about staying motivated and what we do to make sure we're going to be motivated, we have to be willing to recognize those moments when it's just like, you know what, this is the day that I'm going to rest. This is the day that I'm going to take that mental health day. This is the day that, guess what, I tried it. I'm going to try again tomorrow. So
Yes.
I do think that, let's talk about that a little bit, because I think that we can't close this out without, at least having that conversation to empower all the women out there to understand that, yes, we have to-do lists, we have checklists, we have resources, we have tons of things on our list, that we're doing day in, day out. But at the same time, we have to recognize when those time when it's when we have to recognize when it's time for us to just sit down, be still, rest, and get the rest that we need. And like I have really learned to put it, is we have to learn how to rest in the midst of all the chaos and everything else that's going on. So if we can talk about that just a little bit before we end for today.
Definitely.
I want to, let's give these women out there permission to go ahead and take that mental health day if you need to, and get your rest out there.
Yeah, because the thing is this, because the thing is going to be this. You're going to end up taking it regardless, because your body's going to tell you, I'm done. And it's better to do it before your body decides to shut down and you're down for a very long time. It's better to do it when you feel it. Don't keep even though I keep pushing, but there's a limit. There's always going to be a limit, right? And you can still rest and jot down some stuff. You can sit down, you can lay down. You go, oh, I thought of this, write it down, but then forget about it. Okay. Take a nap, movies, whatever you need to do. It's okay to step back and realize that your mental health is in, your life is being affected at that moment. You're going to have a lot of moments where you need to stop what you're doing. If it's a kid being sick, you being sick, family members, emergencies, things are going to come up where your work is not a priority and you're going to have to focus on other things. But the main person that needs to be taken care of is you. You are the driving force. You are the captain. You are the captain now. Okay. So you have to really be able to steer the ship. You have to be healthy, and you have to, you have to take care of yourself. You have to.
Come on.
That is a given. You cannot, and with me being, I'm overly, into mental health, and I think about it constantly. And, for me, I realize I can't keep putting my body and my mind through that, because I'm hurting myself. And at the end of the day, you're hurting yourself. And then your family and your friends are watching you hurt yourself. So it's like, you don't want that type of pain emotionally, because it does affect them emotionally. It might be, physically and emotionally affecting you, but it's emotionally affecting everybody else that you love. So it's in order to keep peace and keep, balance and everything of that, you have to pause. You need to pause often. You need to schedule your pause. You need to schedule your time. If it's like 1 week on and a couple days off, you have to keep that balance so that way you can be mentally available and mentally sound. It's very important.
Yes, so
and that should
oh
be and overall, that should be the top motivation, is your health.
Yes. That's right.
Out of everything. Everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Is your health.
What do you have?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you need your health to be able to get up, to move, to work on your passion, to work every single day. So that's so good. It's so powerful. I really hope that all the women out there really caught that, and not just caught it, but it's going to take action on it. If you get tired, learn to rest, but that does not mean that you quit. Okay, you're not going to rest, not quit. So this is it's so powerful. It's so good. I love the fact that we, come together and have these conversations. We truly, truly, really want to empower all of you all out there, please, 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 if you have not joined us on our Facebook group, the Mom Boss Talk Radio, please find us, join the group. There are some amazing nuggets and quotes and information that goes in there, and you definitely want to stay tuned. We have some amazing things coming up for everyone, and so you definitely want to stay tuned. If not just for the resources and everything, you want to be able to tap in to just a community of other mom bosses who share the same experiences, on the same journey. Like, we're all on this journey together. And, we want to be able to support each other and empower each other. So make sure you go and find the Mom Boss Talk Radio Facebook group. We looking forward to having you a part of the community. Today, it's been absolutely amazing, like always. Yes. So amazing. We're always so excited that you all tune in. We thank you so much for your support, your continued support from all over the world. Again, we are Mom Bosses on a mission to empower moms all over the world. Mom Bosses, remember to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. You are making moves, and you got this, sis. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.